What's up, everyone? Welcome to Schedule 1. Today, I'm going to go over the entire process of assigning a worker to a bunch of tasks. Now, it would be the same for a botanist or a chemist. We're going to do a botanist today in my very messy Coca lab here. It's messy because we don't have a trash guy, so just please excuse the mess. So we just hired us a new botanist. We have a botanist already hired for these plants here. So I'm going to show you how all this works, well, buttons to press and everything from scratch, because it can be kind of confusing and you're going to have to fiddle with it some. I'll show you everything you have to press, but sometimes things get messed up. But we'll get this all working. So if you can hire workers and you've unlocked the warehouse and everything like that, then you have the clipboard. All right, so we're going to pull out the clipboard. Now, when I mouse over this stuff, now we'll talk about all this stuff that's assigned here. We're going to be assigning him to cocoa plants and also assigning those cocoa plants to the appropriate drying racks, so that when he harvests them, he will then take and put the leaves in the drying racks and everything. That's what we're going to be doing today. Now, these 8 plants here are already assigned to a worker, and you can see in this all the stuff I'll explain. You can see his face of our first worker and all these plants. You can see a picture of the coca seed and no additives because I'm not doing any additives on them. But you can see that we have this guy assigned, and we'll talk about how to link these to the drying racks. And you can see when we go to these 7 over here, we have a total of 15 plants. These 7 over here have nothing assigned to them. We're starting from scratch on this. So with our clipboard out, here's how we're going to start. We've got our plants. We've got a worker who we hired from the warehouse. He just showed up and we have nothing. So here's how we do this. But we do have, of course, we have the pots. We have the drying racks where we want them. Note that if we move any of this stuff, we may have to relink it all. I'll do my best to explain how all that works. So first, let's go to him. I'm going to press, you can see all his board is empty here. So we're going to press E on little Walter here. Let's start from the top, go to the bottom. Bed. Every employee needs a bed. So I clicked that. You click bed and the clipboard goes back down. Now, if I were to change what I'm holding and go back to the clipboard, I have to do this again. Just FYI. So press E on him, click bed. Now, of course, leave your clipboard out. We're going to run up to where his bed is at. His bed is right here. Oh, yeah. And just click. Just click his bed. And you can right click here to put the clipboard away. And he's already got money. I already had him previously hired. I unhired him for the purposes of this video. So that's why there's already money in there. Make sure that you give him some money, right? I've got Walter prepaid up here. So pull our clipboard back out. Go to Walter. Now, we're going to want to assign him to a shelf. So let's just click E on him. Supplies. This is where is he going to get his soil and his coca seeds? Click on that. We don't have any seeds for him right now. I'll have to buy some. But his shelf is going to be right here. So looking at it, just click. That's all I got to do. Yep. Right click to put that away. So he's assigned to that. Okay, now this is going to get a little different here. So, word of warning ahead of time, when we're assigning the pots, there's sometimes you want to click on them, sometimes you want to click E on them. It's not interchangeable. When you click these, see how they're highlighting? This is a different function. See, I have these 4 highlighted, and this can get you mixed up when you're assigning stuff. So be aware, if you are clicking them and you're seeing them light up, be aware that whatever function you perform is going to apply to all of those. So that's why, here, let's unclick these. Let's just click them back off. That's why there is a difference between hitting E on a pot and clicking on it. Just going forward, FYI. So let's go to Walter. Press E. Click on drying racks. All right. Now, here's where, so just, here's what we do. We want him on these 5 pots and these 2, these 7 pots here. So we're going to look at this pot and click it. Click pot. Click, click pots. Click, click, click pots, click, click pots. Just saying exactly which buttons I'm pushing. Click the pot, click pots, click, 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 and click. That's all 8. All right, now he's assigned to all of those. If we put away the clipboard, pull the clipboard back out, we will see his face on all of these. Excellent. All right, now our work with him is really done. The rest is pot management. Now we need to tell these because, yeah, let's go back over to Walter. And click Walter. All his stuff's filled out. Our work with him is done. What we do now is we actually tell the pots what seed, what additives they get, and where the leaves go. Okay? So Here, we can perform all of the tasks by selecting them like I showed you earlier on all the pots, some of them, etc. Here's what we want to do. We want to give them all the same seed and additives, but we don't want them all to go to the same destination because we have different drying racks around the room, okay? So, since they do want some of the same stuff, we're going to click all of them like I did earlier. Make sure they're all highlighted so we can do this all at once. Click, 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 click. With them all clicked, we can just push E. Oh, and right there in the middle of the screen, it says, I just noticed that, it says manage 7 times pot. So, let's go ahead and click E. But, seeds, coca seeds. I'm not using any additives. So that's all we're going to click. If you were to click additives, that's where you would put them here. If we click a destination, they're all going to the same place, so no. So I've assigned everything I want to assign here. I'm going to right click. Now here's where you would click them all off. But I'm not necessarily going to do that. Actually, I am, because we want to assign the first one by itself. I'll show you why in a second here. So let's click all these off. Okay, they're all clicked off. These pots here mostly go to those drying racks, but one of these goes to that drying rack over there. So we want to put one of these, this one right here. So what we do is, sorry, I'm just looking at this one pot here. We don't have to click it because we're just doing this one. We'll just look at it and press E, destination, that rack. There we go. This rack here is shared by 2 pots. One is Walter's, one is the other workers, but it doesn't matter. You can see both have, oops, it's that one and that one. They both have arrows going over there. Okay, now for these, we do want to select these in pairs. So we'll go click and click, press E, destination, the other drying rack. And you can see there's 2 lines of arrows there, and click, right click. All right, now before we select the next pair, don't forget, unclick these. Unclick though. Now click this and click this. Press E, click destination, click, right click, click off, click on, E, destination, point, click, right click, 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 put the clipboard away. There we go. I hope that all made sense. I was being really I know I was being really specific at which buttons to click. Once you get the hang of that and you know that it's easy to mess those up. See, it's easy to select a couple, do something, select more, and then realize that, oh crap, you had all of them selected. So get in the habit of left clicking and right clicking very deliberately so that you know what you're clicking and unclicking. That's everything assigned. Of course, it's 4 a.m. He's not going to go to work till morning time, but this is the best time of day to set all that stuff up because everything kind of stops at 4 a.m. It gives you some breathing room to get this stuff done without people blowing up your phone and whatnot. And I'm holding on to some leaves here because I was moving drying racks around. And when you move drying racks, I had to pull the leaves off of them. So let me just put this stuff in here. So that's how you would hire that works the exact same as a chemist. The exact same as a chemist. And except instead of clicking pots and drying racks, you're clicking chemistry stations and ovens. But it's exactly the same. And it would be the same if it was cauldron and oven would be the exact same procedure. So that's how you do that, guys. It's probably the most complicated one to do because you have to assign them and then assign the station. Guys, thanks a lot for watching today. Let me know if there's anything you want to add in the comments below, any questions you had, anything I can clarify. Let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe and follow along for more, as there's plenty of Schedule 1 content here on the channel and there's more coming. So click the notification bell. Get notifications when new videos are out. It really helps the channel. It helps me know what you guys want to see. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you next time.